Quinn's parents left him a mysterious book. Accidentally, or maybe it was fate, when a drop of his blood fell on the book, it opened. That was the moment Quinn became a vampire and received a system. Inside the system, there was an old man's voice. At first, Quinn thought it was just an AI meant to guide him, but later, it was revealed that the voice wasn't only an AI, it was actually a person. That person was Vincent Eno, Quinn's great-great-grandfather. In this video, we're going to learn how Vincent Eno got trapped inside the system and how a vampire was able to have a human offspring. We will explore everything about Vincent Eno, but keep in mind, there will be many spoilers in this video. Watch at your own risk. There are 13 families in the vampire settlement. I've already explained all the families and the originals of each. Vincent Eno was the leader of the 10th family, the Eno family. However, he was not the original leader. He was actually the 5th leader of the 10th family. The original leader was Richard Eno, and Vincent was his descendant. In the story, we learn that vampires live on another planet. They once lived on Earth, but later they shifted their entire settlement to a planet called the Dark Planet. Vincent lived during the time when vampires still resided on Earth. Since vampires need blood to sustain their power, they relied on humans. Vincent, however, wanted to create a blood substitute so vampires wouldn't have to depend on humans. To achieve this, Vincent owned a nightclub, but it wasn't for money. He used it as a way to kidnap humans and bring them to the vampire settlement, both for blood and for his experiments. One day, he planned to transport a group of humans from the nightclub to the settlement. He made everyone inside unconscious. Among them was a girl named Katie. Vincent brought the group to the 10th castle and imprisoned them. He left most of them as blood supplies, but he chose Katie for his experiments to create the blood substitute. He would take Katie to his lab, test her blood, and talk with her. Katie often asked questions about vampires and their settlement. At first, Vincent thought she would just die there, so he didn't mind answering. But over time, he grew fond of her. One day, 2 vampires came and took Katie away to the 8th castle. The 8th family leader was known for taking girls to his castle and abusing them. Vampires could not have children with humans, but there was a theory. If a vampire could impregnate a human woman, the child would be born as a Dampier, a vampire hunter. The 8th leader was about to assault Katie when Vincent appeared and saved her. He killed the 8th leader, but killing a family leader was an unforgivable crime. Realizing this, Vincent fled with Katie. He abandoned the vampire settlement and began living a normal life with her. Over time, he fell in love. Katie eventually told Vincent she wanted children. He realized she was growing older, while he was not. So he decided to turn himself into a human. Using his ability of equivalent exchange, he transferred his vampirism into a book and became fully human. After that, he and Katie had a son. They lived happily. Although Vincent was human, he still retained his equivalent exchange ability, which he hoped to use if Katie ever got sick. Unfortunately, Katie later died in an accident, and Vincent couldn't save her. Heartbroken and alone, he wished for a normal human death, but he also wanted to pass down his powers to his descendants. So, he decided to seal all his powers into the book where his vampirism was stored. But there was a problem. If a human suddenly gained such power without knowing its consequences, that person might eventually turn against humanity. At that time, Richard Eno appeared. Vincent didn't know him before, but Richard suggested an idea to transfer Vincent's powers into a system that would guide its user through missions and help them control their growth. Vincent agreed. What Vincent didn't expect was that his ability would demand his human life in return, and so he sacrificed himself, giving up his body. From then on, the book was passed down through generations, with each child being told their family's origin. But when Quinn was born, his parents died in the war against the Dalki. They never had the chance to tell him the truth. When Quinn became a vampire, Vincent's consciousness awakened inside the system. Later, When Quinn officially became the 10th leader, he visited Vincent's empty grave. There, Vincent shared his entire history with Quinn. After Quinn Talon became the Vampire King, Vincent's consciousness was removed from the system and placed into Quinn's clone. From there, Vincent once again became the leader of the 10th family to redeem himself. So, that is the story of Vincent Eno. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.